As a longtime veteran of classic film distribution, I think it's wonderful that the Glendale Arts people have kept the Alex Theater alive and working. It's one of the very few surviving movie palaces from the old days. They have this community thing, although people come from all over, and they really enjoy seeing movies up on the big screen with an audience, which is how they were originally intended to be seen. And you lose something when you watch it at home. I don't care how big your home screen is, it's not the same thing. I remember several years ago they booked The Tingler, the classic horror movie, and they went the whole William Castle route. They had the uniformed nurse in the station, they put buzzers on the seats to give people shock, and they ran the special, we gave them the special piece where Vincent Price tells the audience to scream, and everybody was screaming. In fact, a few wise guys started screaming before they were supposed to. But it was an interactive experience, and the theater was crowded, and everybody loved it, and they had a great time. And that's exactly the sort of experience that you only get in a theater. I remember another time, for many years I worked with a classic film festival called Cinecon, and for 3 years we were using the Alex for our presentations. And the movie Annie Get Your Gun had been withheld for many, many years because of some rights issues with the Irving Berlin estate. We had Howard Keel as a guest. They agreed to let us have this one screening. And Miles Kruger, who's the Dean of American Musical Comedy Theater, got up and said, we're going to pass around a petition. I want everybody in this theater to sign it, and then I will personally take it to the Berlin estate and see if I can get them to change their minds. So everybody signed the petition, Miles took it to them, and by God, they agreed. They made a new deal with Warner Brothers. The movie came out a year later on DVD. It's played on Turner Classic Movies. It's sometimes in theaters. And that all happened in the Alex Theater. The big film event for most people every year is the annual Three Stooges extravaganza. I'm on the board of that, helping to pick the shorts, because of course I work for Columbia. And it's wonderful seeing close to 1,000 people packing the theater watching these great comedies. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, seeing things in the theater. And it's great that the Glendale Arts and the Alex Theater have done this for over 10 years now. And if anything, attendance keeps rising. I remember one year in particular, I was talking to my assistant, who was of course a woman, and you know, she does not like the Three Stooges. And I said, the problem is you've only seen them on TV. You haven't seen it in the theater. You haven't seen it with an audience. These things are of a very specific kind of timing, and you lose that on television. So she said, all right, I'll come with you. So we went, we sat there surrounded by all these people laughing their butts off, and when it was all over, she turned to me and she said, you're absolutely right. It does make a difference. I can see what you mean about timing. I can see what you mean about the audience and the pacing and everything. You were 100% right.